In April 23, 2023, a new person joined YouTube named Elijah BFDI Boy 21. This YouTuber has only 37 subscribers. His first video is the BFDI All-Stars intro. It was a live premiere which premiered on May 9. It has 2,562 views. The content was created by Jack Orange, and the intro was inspired by Bane's show's intro. The announcer is the host, and here are the contestants: Blocky, Grassy, Book, Fern, Needle, Pan, Black Hole, Golf Ball, Tennis Ball, Fiery, Lollipop, Teardrop, Coiny, Sidewalky, Leafy, Sticker, Gelatin, Bubble, Fries, Pan, Flower, David, Pencil, and Woody. Episode 1 is called Let the Game Begin, and was released on May 11, 2026. The thumbnail contains Sidewalky, Needle, Grassy, Book, and Bubble, and the text says, The Classic Days. The thumbnails and the intro were created in Flipperclip. The team deciding contest is a team deciding contest of Season 1, but there are 3 winners. The first person to fall is Black Hole, and the last person to fall is Bubble. And at the end of the contest, Coiny, Pencil, and Blocky are the team captains, so they get to choose the teams. Bubble actually fell alongside Pen. The team pick can last a while, but everyone is divided into 3 teams of 8. None of the teams are given names. Here are the 8 members of Coiny's team. Here are the 8 members of Pencil's team. And here are the 8 members of Blocky's team. The announcer says, let's see who is up for elimination instead of let's see what their team's names are. But he misspelled the word whose. Instead of Coiny's team, Blocky's team is the first one selected. But for some reason, instead of giving them a name, Elijah puts him up for elimination without starting the first contest. Elijah spoke for the first time, but I couldn't make out what he was saying. And he sounded like a teen instead of a child. And the description, Elijah says A instead of the. The voting style is lettered in square brackets, but voting time was not specified. Big Man 47 was the first person to vote, and he voted Sidewalky. Annis voted Blocky in parentheses. Episode 2 is called Sleeping Time Bros. The thumbnail contains Flower, Needle, Sticker, and Black Hole, and the text says, So tired. The episode was released on May 14. I think he might have used some kind of slides. But Cake and Steak starts after 55 seconds. Last episode, Blocky's team was selected to be up for elimination. The announcer just calls him Team Blocky. The announcer says fell instead of feel. We got 7 votes, but the announcer says vote instead of votes. And since 8 people were up for elimination, at least 1 contestant got 0 votes. We're going back to basics with a regular cake. The first cake disappears, but it goes to Grassy, but his vote number is not revealed. Grassy is revealed to have gotten 0 votes. Gelatin also got 0 votes. Sticker also got 0 votes. Tennis Ball also got 0 votes. Pen's cake disappeared, but he also got 0 votes. The announcer says that the other 3 got some votes, but exactly how much is not known. The first contestant's name is Blocky, who got only 1 vote. So now it's down to Sidewalky and Lollipop. Only 6 votes are left. Sidewalky is a jerk, and Lollipop is very sassy. The last cake reappears after disappearing, but the announcer claims they were tied. Instead of starting the tiebreaker, the announcer gave the final cake to Lollipop. Well, the voting results are revealed, meaning the announcer's claim is correct. But for some reason, Sidewalky's votes say 3 plus 1. Sidewalky is sent away via the center scoop thrower. Elijah seems to have some voting errors despite sounding like a teen, and the elimination space was not revealed. The announcer gives everyone the opportunity to name their teams. Coiny wants to name his team Wobunch, but Golf Ball doesn't like that name. Golf Ball says our side of hour. Golf Ball wants her team to be something meaningful, but accidentally names the team Meaningful. Pencil wants to name her team Free Smart, but Black Hole interrupted by saying Packed again. Then both names are fused into Free Packed again. Pan doesn't know what to name their team. Gelatin wants to name their team Poopy Mayonnaise. Then he names the team Poopy Mayonnaise. This was one of Ruby's ideas in canon BFDIA, but it was one of the pre-teen swap names in my alternate BFDIA viewer voting. The second contest is to try to go to sleep. After over 6 minutes, Blocky, Pan, and Lollipop go to sleep at the same time, meaning the Poopy Mayonnaise takes first place. At this point, Fries, Golf Ball, Coiny, Fiery, Leafy, Flower, Bubble, and Pencil, and Black Hole have not slept yet. After about 6.5 minutes, Flower and Coiny went to sleep at the same time, but Flower was the last member of Free Packed again, putting Meaningful up for elimination. Elijah made the letter in square brackets lowercase. He also made Golf Ball and Pen have the same voting option, and he put in the wrong letters for Fern and Fries. The catchers were able to understand some of Elijah's words, but I still couldn't make them out. Voting lasts 2 days. Elijah corrected it in the description, but he still put in lowercase letters and put them in parentheses. Big Man 47 was the first person to vote, and he voted Leafy. Joey Patty's voted Fiery in parentheses. I don't think the comments read the description, but Trash Thunder Prosper tried to vote Fries in lowercase, but accidentally voted Fern instead. And according to the voting results, Fiery, Leafy, and Fern will be tied in 2 votes.